What if every volcano on Earth erupted at once? Imagine waking up one morning to the sound of the Earth itself groaning. The ground shudders beneath your feet. Distant rumbles echo from every direction. And then, as if the planet had taken its last breath, the first eruptions begin. At first, you might think it's a coincidence. One volcano spewing ash somewhere in the Pacific, another glowing red in Iceland. But then hundreds more begin to roar to life, all at once. From Mount Etna to Yellowstone, from Fuji to Kilimanjaro, from the depths of the ocean floor to the frozen peaks of Antarctica, the entire planet is exhaling fire. Within hours, the skies darken. Ash clouds rise tens of kilometers high, merging into a global shroud that turns day into night. Lightning crackles within the black haze. The air smells of sulfur and burning earth. The temperature drops rapidly as sunlight struggles to reach the surface. You can barely see your own hands. And this is just the beginning. Volcanoes release gases, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, water vapor. And in this global eruption, trillions of tons of it flood the atmosphere. Sulfur mixes with water vapor to form tiny droplets that reflect sunlight back into space. The world starts to cool. Scientists call this a volcanic winter. Now, imagine it not from one volcano, but from every single one on Earth. Temperatures could drop by tens of degrees. Crops would fail within weeks. Rain patterns would collapse. The oceans, choked with ash, would acidify as CO2 levels skyrocket. The air would become toxic in many regions. And beneath the ground, magma chambers collapsing would trigger massive earthquakes and tsunamis. Entire coastlines would vanish. The worst part? The darkness. For months, maybe even years, sunlight would struggle to pierce the dense veil of volcanic ash encircling the globe. It would look like dusk all day long. The stars would vanish behind a curtain of smoke. Plants would die. Animals would starve. Humanity would face its greatest test: how to survive on a planet that has turned against itself. But Earth has done this before. 75,000 years ago, the Toba supervolcano erupted in what is now Indonesia. It plunged the planet into a volcanic winter that nearly wiped out early humans. Some scientists believe the global population dropped to just a few thousand. That was one volcano. Now imagine more than 1,000 erupting simultaneously. The sound alone would be beyond comprehension. Shockwaves circling the globe, the ground trembling continuously. Rivers of lava carving through cities. The sky glowing red at night. Every mountain that once slept would awaken in fury. And yet, over time, the fire would fade. The planet would settle. The ash would fall. The sun would eventually return. Nature, slow but unyielding, would begin to rebuild. Green would rise from gray. Humans, if any survived underground shelters or deep within mountain bunkers, would emerge to a new world. A quieter, colder, emptier world. The air would still taste of sulfur. The oceans would shimmer with volcanic glass. But slowly, life would find its way again. The Earth has always been a planet of destruction and renewal. Every eruption that destroys also creates new land, new minerals, new beginnings. The same force that could end civilization in a single day is also the one that made this world habitable in the first place. So, what if every volcano on Earth erupted at once? It would be the closest thing to the planet pressing its reset button. A terrifying reminder that for all our power, we still live at the mercy of a living, breathing world beneath our feet.